Right everybody, so this is a video that has been requested on the Zhiyun Crane and how to balance it with a Sigma 18-35 lens. So I just thought I'd show you a quick little video. So I don't know if we can see here now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom right in. Right, so if we just look at this little knobble here, right here, just sticking up there, that's how we set that control. It's about 2 pence higher than, so this is the, I'll just turn that round so you can see it. This is the front control here. So you slacken this and it wants to be sticking up above the gimbal about a 2 pence width to be right there. You can see maybe a 2 pence, maybe two 2 pences if I'm honest. I won't come any nearer, but you can just see it's just slightly proud of this here. Now the bottom one here, I'll just come down a minute. So if we look at the bottom one here, I'll just turn it round so you can see the nut that you slacken. So basically you slacken this and this pulls all the way backwards as far as it possibly can. You slacken this nut here and then instead of having it there, you pull it all the way back and give that a nip. Right, so we've got the top knob here, so we slacken this off, and obviously this here is near enough. You near enough pull that fully out, so the camera's fully to the left and the arm is fully to the right, but it's not quite full. If I pull it up full, you'll see that it loses its balance. I'll just, sorry, knocking the camera, I'll try that here. If I just go fully over, in fact it's not fully over, because if you have a look, so what we'll do is we'll just push it in a little bit, in a bit more. It's not actually fully over, to be honest. Somewhere about there is going to be fine. And what's really important more than anything, so if you look underneath the bottom of the plate, I'm in the middle rail, and you cannot, for some reason it won't balance up with a quick release plate on, so I've had to take the quick release plate off. And I've also, I don't know if you can see this in the video, but if you look here in the kit, you get 2 of these little knobs for screwing the plate on, and it's the one with the big shank on the bottom. You should be able to see that on the video. It's the one with the big shank on the bottom there. As you can see, that's balanced now, near as goddammit. I wouldn't sit there for hours and hours trying to get it to be bang central. I mean, if it's slightly left, slightly right, slightly forward, slightly backwards, it won't matter whatsoever at all to the gimbal. The gimbal will just centre it, no problem. As long as it's in the ballpark, you don't need to think like an old glide cam operator where you sat there for hours. Just get it in the ballpark and use it. Now, I will say that we are pretty much at the custom, near enough at fully maxed out on all the controls, but it is balanced and that's all that matters. And there's one little negative. Watch this now. When the camera goes back, it's hitting the rubber into the metal bit at the top. You should be able to see that. So I recommend that you either take the lens hood off, which will make the whole thing go forward slightly. That makes a difference. But if you need the lens hood on, because it's really sunny, I'd just clip this piece of rubber off. So if we just get this piece of rubber now, it does just clip off. I don't know if anybody knows that. Yeah, you'll see now I've clipped the rubber off that the camera can go all the way up vertical. It cannot fully clear. That's as far up as it can go before it hits the glide cam. But that should be enough for you to operate the glide cam, no problem. I mean, if I'm honest, in the video that, I'll just move that down a bit. In the video that you've seen me using this glide cam on, I even left the rubber on as well. I even left that on. I didn't even have it off. What I recommend is if you're wanting to do like a follow shot where you start up in the sky and then you come down and follow something, I'd use the follow mode, which is the double click on your Zhiyun Crane. Otherwise, if you try and move just the joystick to do it, you're going to go bang and you're going to hit that there. So that's a little limitation to this lens setup. But to be fair, once you know about it and you know how to work around it, it's dead easy. It ain't going to stop me from using it, and I don't want to spend all the money on a version 2 when we can use this one and it'll work absolutely fine. Just remember to use, if you're going to start up in the air, pointing up in the air like, and then sort of come down and walk straight ahead. I will show a video on this in another video, then you must use the follow mode. So when you tilt your gimbal backwards, that your camera, it all goes backwards together instead of this, your gimbal staying flat as it is and this trying to go like that, because it's going to smack into there. So that's not going to work. And you will see that I also, oops, God, I've got to get it stuck now. You will see that I've also got it balanced with a screen out as well, so you can see exactly what you're doing, and that's it. It just balances up, no problem. I am at the minute at let me spin around here. We're at 18mm on the Kingy, but you can actually go to 35. I'll just show you now. I'll just go to 35mm now. So we're at 35, and you'll see that when I go to 30, I'll just turn the gimbal around. You'll see that when I go to 35mm, it's just slightly nose heavy at 35mm, but it's only slight. It's not enough. If you just touch it, ever so slight touch, we can bring it back to middle. Don't even bother, just balance it at 18mm, or balance it in between 18 and 35 if you want, if you're really worried. But the video that you've seen with me and my daughter, I balanced it at 18 and I just zoomed into 35 and it worked perfect. It may have put a bit of load on the motors, but it can't have put that much. If it can hold 1850 grams, which is nearly 2 kilos, I'm literally just tickling that with my top finger just to bring it back to centre. And then obviously if I now go back round and we go back to 18mm, you'll see, I'm trying to be careful here because I've gone and got my crane on a monopod, but it is a very good monopod. It's a Serwi, it's fantastic. Anyway, I hope this video helps people. I'm sorry that I didn't show you from the very beginning on how to balance the glide cam, but there's loads of tutorials on how to balance these Zhiyun cranes anyway. So thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next.